Hello everyone. Today on Binky's Gaming Thoughts, we begin the Suit of Staves for the Dragon Age Inquisition Tarot Deck Analysis. Today we'll be looking at the Ace of Staves, the Two of Staves, and the Three of Staves. By the way, as some of you have been asking for it, you'll be happy to know that I have prepared the transcripts of these notes on my website. So the link will be in the description below and you'll be able to check that out. And I have the ones for all the previous videos. And as new videos will be released, new transcripts will be released as well. All right, so Ace of Staves. The picture is of the Circle of Magi. For all the other decks, it is called the Ace of Wands. But they don't have wands in Dragon Age. They have staves. And so that's probably why they went with staves instead of wands, even if it's typically wands, because in Dragon Age, a mage carries a staff. So, as is in the world of Thedas, as is in the world of tarot. And staves is the plural of staff, as you probably already knew. All right, so in terms of significance, the circle represents the majority of mages in Thedas. Majority. Other than apostates or Dalish mages. It is the center for magic and for most mages. The wand is the symbol of one who wields and or uses magic, and so is the staff. In Thedas, the staff is the preferred tool for those who wield magic. The card itself represents a new phase in career and life, vitality, creativity, bravery, and passion, new ideas, leadership, accomplishments, adventure, a new project, discussions, conviction, deals and relationships, taking action, acting without hesitation, the birth of a baby, and that sort of thing. The circle is the establishment, and within it are the leaders of the magical arts. When reversed, the card represents delays and stagnation, misdirection, missed opportunities, burdened work, incompetent leadership, unrealistic ambition, decisions that are postponed, fatigue and depletion, weakness, lack of mastery, avoidance, etc. Let's have a look at the symbolism of the card itself. A light blue pattern upon beige drapery promotes the conservative outlook many have regarding the Circle of Magi, indicating peace, as many strive there to be, yet warns of tranquility. The ritual that removes a mage's connection to the Fade and disconnects them from emotion, making them dull and, well, tranquil. The order has its traditions, yet the stains and wear marks show they are old and that change may arise. The symbol of the circle is reminiscent of arms out in front of one, hands meeting in the center. A space shows an opening in the Circle of Magi, of opportunity and unity despite restriction. What do I think this means for the future of the Circle of Magi? Much has already changed, given the rebellion. The order will never be the same. Mages are forever changed. And now I think it will be more about uniting mages rather than restricting mages. What I think this means for the future of Dragon Age. I believe the circle is tied with Thedas, and they could unite and, with what we know, make Tranquil's mages again and reverse the process for many. And this could have a huge impact on the coming wars for the fight for Theidas. Two of Staves. The picture is of a Wraith. For all the other decks, it is called the Two of Wands. The significance, well, before Dragon Age, the only Wraiths I knew were the Nazgul for Lord of the Rings. Similarly, the Wraiths from Theidas are weaker beings, yet demon-like. They are, in fact, the weaker variety of demons. And since they originate from the Fade, and the Fade is a place of magic, it only makes sense that we see demons and their cousins in the suit of staves. The card itself represents awaiting work results, a static period that ends, creative pursuits, success in two areas, auspicious beginnings, launching a new career project, diplomacy, competition, determination, being ready for a new venture, etc. When reversed, the card represents low energy, unfocused plans, loss of direction, lack of growth, gains that are less than desired, partnership, problems, dissatisfaction with work results. A warning not to combine forces, losing out, ego battles, etc. Let's have a look at the symbolism of the card. Robed in fade-touched magical smoke, the Wraith stands, pale and deathly, arm fading out as if blown away by the wind, in ghastly, ghostly form. A skull for a head, almost disembodied, stained with blood-like red. A triangular pattern gnaws at the background, focusing on the demon-like nature of the Wraith, its wispy allure denoting its weakness and lower status in the hierarchy, despite its high-pitched screeches that chill one's heart. What do I think this means for the future of Dragon Age? Well, demons and wraiths will always be present, as the Fade is more and more affected by the actions of Thedosians, be it self-proclaimed God and Magister Evanurus or any other. More demons will appear. They're just gonna pop out of nowhere. Wraiths are common and maybe the first indication to a potential demon takeover if we start seeing like a lot of them. The Three of Staves. The image is of a corpse. For all the other decks, it is called the Three of Wands. For its significance, like the Inquisitor tells Scout Harding, a corpse is only a dead person whose body's been possessed by a demon. Another weak version of a demon, basically. I can assume as the number gets higher in the tarot cards, we will see stronger demons. Well, assume already know this, but... So they are not as weak as wraiths, but they're still part of the weaker variety. And the only reasons that they're not as weak is perhaps, well, only because they appear in great numbers. You know, typically there isn't just one of them. There are a bunch of corpses grouped together. The card itself represents business gains, meeting deadlines, good returns on projects, optimism, receptivity and diligence, celebrating success, taking command, planning for the next step, accepting aid and advice, etc. When reversed, the card represents pride that interferes with goals, lack of faith, being overly speculative, inhibition, impractical schemes, premature abandonment, half-hearted participation, assistance that is denied, lack of resources and or creativity, abusing trust, etc. So let's have a look at the symbolism of the card itself. Where there is one corpse, there are always many more, and the three with faces stretched as they rise from the earth indicate just that. Identical, The multitude of corpses reveal wispy and glowing patterns on their arms and hands, marked by the fade. Unliving, the trio scream as though in pain, possessing dead hosts, strength reflected in the numbers of the skeletal bodies buried deep in the dank soil. What I think this means for the future of Dragon Age, whether it's from a blight or caused by a rift, corpses will appear where the veil is thin. They show an example that strength alone can be vulnerable, but strength in number can be dangerous and deadly. I see it more as a tactic to be remembered rather than a warning about future corpses. But there will be corpses in future games, I'm sure of it. And that's it for today's video. So in the description below, I have the link to the archive of the transcript of my notes. I also have the links to all the decks, as well as the books I used to reference to determine what the cards actually represent, which are The Path of the Fool by Michael Sarian and The Green Witch Tarot Companion by Anne Mora. Throughout the week, I'll be releasing the songs, the music from this video. So like this video if you like it, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, hit the bell icon for notifications, and I'll see you all soon. Masaranas. Be sure to check out some of my other stuff, and remember to buy video games at a discounted price and support me at no additional cost to you. Just follow my G2A affiliate link. You can also join in on the fun on Patreon for some exclusive content. Thanks for tuning in.